Hello. This is your boy Brandon Karaya, aka Master of None, aka EF Hutton of Entertainment, and we are back with another Disney Plus TV show review. And the TV show that we are reviewing today is Miss Marvel episode 4. So let's get right into this. Episode 4 starts with Kamala on an airplane heading back to Pakistan, and honestly, from jump, I was gonna start like bitching and complaining about, if I see her just on a plane without any kind of context or buildup, I'm gonna be upset. And I was gonna get into like a deeper point because I was watching it with my wife, and I was gonna get into a deeper point about this. I feel like Disney Plus shows are a little rushed, and because of, and I was really just basing it off of her just being on the plane at the beginning. And I was like, how is she just there by herself? I'm like, are her parents not like beefing? Like, why would her parents just let her go? Lo and behold, her mom's on the plane with her, obviously not knowing exactly what's going on, but she also feels like Kamala going back home will help her kind of figure out this stage that she's kind of going through right now. So it made sense, and I was this close to kind of going off for no reason, but I was quickly corrected. And I skipped over a point. The Marvel cinematic logo that they always show before every episode and every movie also had a different theme song behind it, and it kind of cut back into the one that they did last week. So it was another good opening theme song that was related and that played behind the actual opening title card of like the opening Marvel title card of this episode. Going back to the episode, after they land in Pakistan, they obviously get greeted by family, and we see the grandmother that she was having the FaceTime conversations with. And the beginning of the episode, maybe like the first like 20 minutes of the episode, I really enjoyed more than the second half. The second half to me, I don't want to say kind of faltered a little bit, but it's just, I'm just not the biggest fans of these particular sets of villains and her antagonists. And I think I'm just so in love with the family aspect and the family dynamics. And when those are on screen, that's when I really like enjoy and fall in love with the show. And I'm able to see the reasons why I fell in love with the show. And I just want another point before I get back into the actual like breakdowns. This show is, for the most part, this show is really good. It's up there for me for the Disney Plus shows. It might be like third, maybe top 3. It's potential. And the reason why I say that is this show, even though like it may not have the biggest and most outlandish like comic book fights, this show is so relatable on so many levels, not only on just a personal level when you see Kamala going through her high school kind of just regular everyday teenage stuff, but it's really just, and for me anyway, it hits home more like when you just see her dynamic with her parents and just the struggles that where they think you should be doing one thing, but you're feeling like you should be doing something else. And there's just like that conflict of differing thinkings basically. So seeing that is honestly like really amazing, and it just goes to show that even though everybody has their differences, there are a lot of similarities in a lot of our kind of upbringings and a lot of just like experiences that we do share. So it was really good to see, and that's where to me the show really does shine, when it plays more on those moments as opposed to the chasing Kamala, having her having to do her powers to defend herself and just cause like that part in like the museum or whatever, that show that they were at when they just ran up, just was, it wasn't for me. And before that, she actually, in this episode, Kamala actually met a society called the Red Dagger. And I guess this society was made by her great grandmother to basically kind of protect the generations as the bangle gets passed down. That's what I got from it, but they were basically there to help her. They helped her, teach her how to kind of harness her powers a little bit more. They defended her and helped her basically when she was being chased by the clandestines. So another kind of people on her side to kind of show her what she needs to do and what her mission is going to be going forward, and her calling is going to be going forward. So yeah, after like a lot of the good stuff regarding like the family and the real heart of the episode was kind of past, and it got into the car chasing and the bad guys. It was okay. And again, like there's been a lot better car chases in Marvel. And again, I'm not the biggest CG person, but there were times where I saw with regarding like the truck that they were in the like the streets that were a little spotty. And let me know in the comments if I'm completely wrong, and if you think the CG in that part with the truck chasing scene was pretty good. And I would totally defer to you, because again, I don't have the best eye for CG. So I'm just, from what I saw, and that was my one nitpick for that area of the episode. The last thing that I want to get into is after the chase kind of subsides a little bit, there's a point where the main clandestine, I can't remember Kamran's mom, but I can't remember her name, but she comes at Kamal with a dagger, and it exactly hits the dagger. It's not like an aura shield. The dagger hits directly to the bangle, and maybe, I don't know if it maybe transported her back in time, or it kind of triggered like a memories from the bangles into her, and it kind of is just projecting her into this place. But she was walking around kind of bumping into people, so it seemed somewhat kind of real. And again, like that's when it cut back to that part, that's, to me, again, where it was another part where the episode shines, where they really just show the heart that this show really does have. Because she gets transported to the night of the partition, where people are just scrambling. Like, it's heartbreaking. People are trying to squish onto trays. There's elderly people that are like, I'm too old to travel, so I can't get on the train. Like, you go, and like, I'm going to stay behind. Like them kind of things, you know what I mean? Heartbreaking things that people had to go through. Right. And again, like, I know with regards to effects, like, and for background stuff, they're able to obviously take background actors and they're able to tile them. So it kind of looks like there's way more background actors than they actually have. I can't see Marvel doing that. I feel like they really probably filled that frame with a bunch of extras, because that shot really did look good when she transported back to the night of the partition, and it was just crowded of people just trying to cram onto trains, and it really gave that effect of just panic and anxiety and fear from everybody in the scene. And then you see her kind of climb on top of the train, and she's just looking out at everything, and you just see that it's just heartbreaking what she's looking at. So, and again, like I was saying, like, that's where it kind of the mood kind of switched back from just Marvel typical chasing scene to, and good guy bad guy interaction, to here's the real heart again, and this is what's going to really draw you in. So I thought it was a really good scene to end on that note. And I think that's it that I have for the episode and the breakdown. Again, I did enjoy this episode. I honestly thought that with episode 4 coming, and my original nitpick when I was about to go off, like when I was talking to my wife about her just being on the plane, I feel like the Disney Plus shows suffer a little bit from them only having 6 episodes. I really feel like if they had even 2 more episodes to kind of flush out the middle part of the series, I really feel like it would transition better from that early, like the episodes 1, 2, and 3 of these series, where it's kind of just you still getting familiar with these characters and getting back introduced to them, to now episode 4 comes and they feel like they have to kind of switch and turn it up because there's only 5 and 6 after episode 4. And that's what I've been noticing. But I didn't see it too bad with this. Again, like the middle part of the episode had that bad guy chase scene, but it wasn't like that super flip and that turnover of them trying to just amp up all the action and the bad guy, good guy interaction, and seeing them forget about the family stuff because we're getting to the end. And it seems like they are still holding on to that idea and that theme of family, and that being the main thing is still driving the show. So that's good to see. So that's it. That's all that I have to say for this Miss Marvel episode 4 review. I hope that you guys enjoy my review. Let me know if you like this review, hit the thumbs up. If you have any comments about Miss Marvel, your thoughts on the episode, if you think that I'm just completely wrong with my thoughts, let me know in the comments. I'm glad to see them. And yeah, that's it for this video. The next bit of content to drop will be the episode 2 of the Brandon Correa podcast with my co-host Damara Lewis. So make sure you check that out, because I promise you, this is a good one, and this might be one of the best ones for the year and for a while, because if there was any topic to kind of spark us to have our best back and forth, is Drake dropping an album, and a surprise album at that. So if you're a big music and kind of hip hop head, we dive into that on the Brandon Correa podcast. But for now, if you like videos like this, my reviews, my trailer reactions to these awesome shows that are out there for us, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.